What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we are taking a look at an amazing new build for Void Warlocks in Season of Defiance and Lightfall. You'll see abilities returning faster than ever, with supers available in under a minute with this overpowered build. Perfect for slaying mass waves of enemies or demolishing champions and bosses. While the NEZAREC'S has always made excellent builds for Void Warlocks, it's in Season of Defiance where this exotic truly excels, especially when paired up with an exotic trace rifle that just saw some prolific upgrades. The Wavesplitter recently saw several adjustments that have really propelled this trace rifle into being a premier weapon in the sandbox. The Wavesplitter comes with two intrinsic traits called Harmonic Laser and Supercharged Battery. Harmonic Laser gives the Wavesplitter 3 oscillating cycles of power, which provide a damage bonus based on the power level. This ranges between a 32% bonus in damage to upwards of 66% when at full power. Supercharged Battery amplifies this trait. When collecting an orb, the Wavesplitter's magazine will be automatically refilled, and the Harmonic Laser power level will be set to maximum for 10 seconds. Dealing damage to any enemy for as little as 2 seconds will apply suppression effects, which can also stun overload champions. Supercharged Battery's cooldown can be refreshed by collecting more orbs, with a maximum time allotment of 19 seconds. That's a lot of time to have a 66% bonus in damage to a trace rifle that can continuously reload itself and overcharge itself just by collecting an orb, which is exactly why we're pairing this up with this amazing Void Warlock build featuring NEZAREC'S. NEZAREC'S comes with the intrinsic trait called Abyssal Extractors. Void kills of any kind trigger a 2.5 second buff that provides 300% grenade and melee regeneration, along with 200% class ability and super regeneration. This buff can be refreshed on consecutive void kills, giving you a maximum of 20 seconds that you can potentially have with no cooldown time afterwards. This provides amazing synergy for Void Warlocks with unparalleled levels of ability regeneration, even before adding on fragments and armor mods. We are using Feed the Void along with Chaos Accelerant for our Void aspects. Feed the Void will provide us with Devour after Void ability kills. This will last for 6 seconds and can be re-triggered. While Devour is active, we'll gain health and grenade energy after each kill. Chaos Accelerant will allow us to charge up our Vortex Grenade, gaining an increased size and duration when thrown. Vortex Grenades will go perfect with the use of Wavesplitter, allowing us to keep enemies drawn closer together. Since we've chosen Chaos Accelerant and Feed the Void for our aspects, we'll be limited to 3 Void fragments, so we're going with Echo of Undermining, which is going to weaken enemies who are damaged by our grenades. This provides a huge benefit, as weakened enemies move significantly slower, have horrible accuracy, and take 15% additional damage while under the weakening effects. As these enemies are weakened, they will also become suppressed thanks to the Wavesplitter. Enemies who are suppressed are unable to use their abilities and unable to fire. We're also using Echo of Expulsion. This will cause enemies who die from Void abilities to explode, damaging those around them. Since most every enemy will be affected by either volatile, weakening, or suppression effects, this means that you'll be continuously creating these Void explosions, dealing out additional damage to all of your enemies. Echo of Domineering will be especially beneficial for us. After suppressing an enemy, we'll gain a boost in mobility, and our Void weapons will get automatically reloaded. Defeating suppressed enemies will also create Void Breaches, which grants class ability energy. While Wavesplitter will get automatically reloaded when picking up orbs, Echo of Domineering is going to ensure that Wavesplitter can continuously spit out those overpowered beams of death and keep recharging our abilities at the same time. When pairing the Wavesplitter up with heavy void weapons, like the Retrofit Escapade, or many other hard-hitting heavies, you'll get those refilled as well, which really helps this build become extremely dominating against your enemies. You'll notice that we have not chosen any fragments that will provide volatile rounds. This is because we are using the seasonal artifact mod called Volatile Flow, which is going to give our void weapons volatile rounds whenever collecting an orb. This will pair up beautifully with the Wavesplitter, as it will now be able to suppress and apply volatile rounds to enemies, and will also stun Overload and barrier champions. We're also using bricks from beyond, which will help generate heavy ammo, and we're also using shattered orbs, which is going to create orbs when breaking combatant shield with matching energy weapons. This is an amazing seasonal mod that will really help amplify our ability at getting our super back quickly and at keeping Wavesplitter at full power while you crank out an insane amount of orbs. Since this build is focusing heavily on the use of Wavesplitter, it's important to facilitate that when it comes to armor mods. It will be imperative to use at least one special ammo finder mod on your helmet, at least one void ammo reserve mod on your chest, and a void scavenger mod on your boots, since we'll be using a heavy dose of the Wavesplitter. The class item mod, called Special Finisher, will be a great mod to add to help keep Wavesplitter filled, as you'll regenerate special ammo for the entire team whenever performing a finisher, while having at least 3 armor charges active. As far as armor selection itself goes, I would recommend focusing towards Discipline and Recovery for faster regeneration of health, grenades and rift, and Resilience to improve the damage resistance. We are currently using a few other mods from the seasonal artifact, including Authorized Void and Authorized Grenades mods, which reduce the cost of their associated mods. With that being said, we are running Ashes to Assets on our helmet, which is going to generate super energy after each grenade kill. While this is only a small percentage for each enemy, it will rack up quickly, as you'll typically see at least 2 to 3 enemies dying from your grenades. And this is also on top of what NEZAREC'S is providing. We're also using a Void Siphon mod. If using any strand weapons alongside Wavesplitter, I would recommend the Multi-Siphon mod of Void and Strand, so that you can create orbs off of Void and Strand weapon kills. For gloves, we're going with Impact Induction and Momentum Transfer. This will provide us with an additional 20% grenade energy when hitting an enemy with a melee, and 20% melee energy when hitting an enemy with a grenade, just adding to the remarkable regeneration that our abilities are already getting. A Void Reloader mod could also come in handy, but since the Wavesplitter gets reloaded on orb pickup, and other void weapons get reloaded from Echo of Domineering, it's not going to be as beneficial. So we are using Firepower, which is going to generate orbs whenever we get kills with grenades. For chest armor, since I'm currently running high resilience, we're not using Font of Endurance. This opens us up to use energy resistance mods, along with void ammo reserves. For leg armor, we're going with a Void Weapon Surge. I recommend at least one, as this will give all void weapons a bonus in damage of 10% for as long as you have armor charge active, which it should always be active, as you'll always be generating orbs. If you find that Devour provides you with enough health support, you can forget about using Better Already or Recuperation, and go for a second dose of Weapon Surge, so that you can get a 17% bonus in void damage. With that being said, I find it important to keep at least one slot open for a Scavenger mod. We already talked about the Special Finisher mod being an integral mod to use on your class item. To go along with it, we're also using Bomber to get grenade energy when casting Rift. And we're also using time dilation, which is going to extend the time that your armor charge stays active, giving any fonts or weapon surge mods extra time. Whether you're tackling lost sectors, legendary missions, raids, or any content in Destiny for that matter, the NEZAREC'S with the Wavesplitter is going to provide you with one of the funnest and most powerful builds that's available in Season of Defiance, and any Warlock would be a fool to not give it a try. And with that being said, I highly recommend all of you to give this a try of your own, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thank you as always for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new home, be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.